So, you've got a girl, and you want to marry her, but she's been throwing some pretty strong hints that...
As ladies know, diamonds are a girl's best friend, right?
And that comes from the idea that...
It's important to remember, like you said, a diamond is forever.
And now because of that, you have to drop 2 months of your salary on a diamond ring so that your marriage feels legitimate. The thing is, diamonds aren't worth as much as people think they are. We only think they're valuable because of a marketing campaign that attached love and sentiment to the worth of a diamond. A diamond is forever sold the idea that diamonds are the ultimate symbols of love and companionship. And because of that, you've got to now go and spend some serious cash to put a diamond on her finger, just so she can say,
I do.
Sorry, bro. As a result, that tagline was named the #1 slogan of the 20th century. But then, how the hell did a few marketing campaigns under that signature tagline brainwash several generations into thinking that diamonds are so valuable? Like and subscribe for more videos like this, and let's dive into the biggest marketing heist in history. So, it's 1869. Some lucky schmuck finds a massive 83-carat diamond on the southern banks of the Orange River in South Africa and triggers a diamond rush. Over the next 18 years, Cecil Rhodes, an English entrepreneur with the backing of the Rothschild family, goes on a shopping spree and buys up a whole lot of diamond-rich land in that area. And then in 1888, Rhodes and his partners bought out their biggest competitors to create the De Beers Consolidated Mines. And just like that, De Beers became the biggest diamond mining operation in the world. They controlled a huge majority of the global diamond supply. But then, in the early 20th century, they realized that controlling the supply was only one half of the puzzle. To truly control the diamond trade and make themselves filthy rich in the process, they had to control the demand as well.
Exactly, supply and demand, my friend.
And to do that, they needed a new approach. So it's now 1938, and you're Ernest Oppenheimer, the chairman of the De Beers Group and the head of its diamond syndicate. The syndicate, also known as the Central Selling Organization, is a network of diamond suppliers and distributors that has been controlling over 80% of the world's diamond supply in the last 4 decades. So basically, the syndicate chooses which producers to buy diamonds from and which distributors to sell them to at a price that you set. Now that's good and all, but you've got a huge problem. The world is reeling from the Great Depression, and Europe is on the cusp of widespread conflict. Diamonds, which at that time people saw as luxury items, are the last thing that regular working class victims would ever think of spending their hard-earned money on. So, you and your cronies figure out that you need to control the demand of diamonds as much as you control the supply. And to do that, you need something timeless. Yes, you need to sell the idea of a diamond instead of selling the diamond itself.
There are 2 things in the world that last longer than time. Love is one of them.
And to sell that idea, you hire an ad agency to help you trick the world into creating a $94 billion industry. So you go and hire an ad agency from Philadelphia called NWA and Son. Now at first, there's nothing overtly special about these guys. I mean, one of the reasons you chose them was because America had the biggest potential to support a growing diamond industry. But the more you look into them, the more they make you hot and heavy. Why? Because they have a hard-on for market research, specifically in researching people's attitudes about diamonds, and then strategically changing those attitudes to appeal to a wider audience. So, your new manipulators, marketers, spend the next few years doing some pretty deep diving into what Americans think about diamonds. And to no big surprise, in the late 1930s, people still saw diamonds as luxury items. So why would they splash on a shiny rock when their money was needed elsewhere? Like for a new car to get to work. It's a bad economy after all. So, NWA needed to find a way to sell the idea of a diamond and give it a lot more sentimental value than it actually had. They had to A. Get people to buy diamonds for an emotional reason, and B. Prevent people from reselling those diamonds because of a sentimental attachment to them. You know, since diamonds cost 50% less of their initial value as soon as you buy one. Anyways, Aya had a eureka moment in the late 1930s and figured, well gents, what's emotional, socially valuable, and eternal? Love.
Exactly. Bingo. All right.
So for the better half of the next decade, Aya went on to convince young men that diamonds are the ultimate symbols of love, all the while convincing young women that the rocks are an essential part of a romantic relationship. You know, because
As ladies know, diamonds are a girl's best friend, right?
they approached this marketing campaign from 3 angles. First, they used the media to make it seem like diamonds were everywhere, by publishing a ton of stories about celebrities proposing with diamond rings, as well as flooding the radio waves with the latest diamond trends. Aya used the mass media to trick people into thinking that diamonds were the new normal. Second, they used advertising to sell their actual diamonds through their CSO-approved distributors. And third, they leveraged content marketing by publishing entertaining advertorials that educated people about diamonds, instead of advertising the diamonds themselves. They sold the idea of a diamond, and in doing so, got working-class victims to splash their cash on pieces of shiny rocks during hard economic times. And as a result, between 1938 and 1941, Aya reported a 55% increase in diamond sales across the US. Aya wanted to convince Americans that marriage without a diamond was incomplete, all the while making people attach enough sentiment to their diamonds to keep them in the family instead of selling them off. Things were looking up for you and your propaganda machine. You had a firm grip on both the supply and demand of diamonds. And then in 1947, a copywriter gave you a tagline that would
Take this company into the fucking stratosphere!
In 1947, Aya copywriter Francis Geraghty came up with the slogan, "A diamond is forever," and the association with eternal love was solidified. It's appeared in every De Beers advert since 1948, and it's been heralded as the advertising slogan of the century. It was so successful, Geraghty worked on every De Beers campaign until 1970.
The reason why that as a tagline is so brilliant is because they're not telling anybody to buy diamond rings. They're introducing an idea.
Now, at first, no one was really enthusiastic about "A diamond is forever." In Geraghty's own words, the tagline was just okay. But for some reason, De Beers decided to run with it. Hindsight is 2020, and pretty soon, everyone started to realize just how perfect that slogan was for De Beers and the diamond trade. It perfectly captured the sentiment that you were going for. The idea that diamonds, just like people's relationships, are eternal. And at the same time, it gave enough sentimental value to your diamonds so that people wouldn't resell them.
So you want a piece that's going to stand the test of time. These are heirlooms that are going to be passed down throughout your family.
So for the next 50 years, Aya went about controlling the demand of diamonds for you, while you easily controlled the supply. Aya even noted that, open quotes, "For a number of years, we have found evidence that the diamond engagement ring tradition is consistently growing stronger. Jewelers now tell us, a girl is not engaged unless she has a diamond engagement ring." Close quotes. And in the 1980s, Aya successfully convinced people that a diamond is worth 2 months of their salaries. People still believe that to this day. Madness. Even though De Beers eventually had to give up its monopoly over the diamond trade in the late 1900s, the damage had already been done. Their diamond monopoly, along with their strategy to sell an idea rather than a product, built a multi-billion-dollar industry that made them filthy rich in the process. The diamond trade is projected to be worth over $138 billion by 2030, and to this day, the De Beers Group are still eating good.
With the South African economy on its knees, high unemployment and poverty, and don't even mention the power crisis, it's good to know we still have a thriving diamond industry. South African diamonds.
By attaching love to the worth of a diamond and convincing people that marriage was incomplete without one, De Beers manipulated entire generations into attaching a sentimental value to diamonds that made those shiny rocks as valuable as gold. A diamond is forever is a testament to the power of knowing your audience and playing on the right emotions to sell a product. De Beers made people fall in love with the idea of a diamond ring and created an emotional driving force that got people to buy diamonds without ever wanting to resell them. It just goes to show that the best marketing isn't about selling features and benefits. It's about showing people how much more fulfilled they'll feel when they buy what you're selling. So, are diamond engagement rings the biggest scam ever? Or did A.W. Ayer carry out one of the greatest marketing campaigns known to man? I'd love to hear your opinion in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more case studies like this one. Thanks for watching.